price is being disclosed on the government website, okay? So when you are building a market, you are looking for reliable data. So this is a good example that how PropTech, FinTech can contribute, okay, to build a trust environment around, you see, okay, I know that the flat downstairs was sold at this price, so my property is worth this. I know that the plots next door was sold at this price. And so the more data you bring to the market, the more confidence you are building around for all the ecosystem, banks, all partners around, they know where they are committing because they see that from 2 years ago to now, the price moved and so on. And so this is how you build a sustainable and a healthy environment. Thank you.
Fantastic. So you're able to trace the history of the property.
Yeah, to trace not only the owner, but to trace the transaction price.
The transaction price.
And the transaction price, I think it's a very important piece. That needs, of course, to be disclosed through a government database, but then all PropTechs and so on can suck the data and use it in their own way to make it more easier to understand, make it more lively, and so on and so on. And this is feeding itself the entire environment.
Okay, so my last question to the panel will go from you and come to Dr. Olajide. So the question is this. We know Lagos State has attained the status of the fastest growing city in tech in the world, right? Ahead of Istanbul, Mumbai. There is over $6 billion investment, $6 billion investments, right, in Lagos, FDI. The property is valued in Lagos almost $3 billion, right? So there's so much potential for us as a state in terms of real estate. Now, what is that one regulatory reform, or whether it's a reform, whether it's a new regulation, that would help to project the industry forward and to help us achieve all these targets, the potential?
Wow, it's a very wide question. I think again it's what I understand here from the last couple of days is for the government here is to manage priorities. Everybody is asking and pushing, so you have this regulatory side where you need to be able to support the industry's proper regulation. I think we didn't touch much about construction standards. That's also something that I think is needed in order to make sure that you are building today something which is incorporating environment standards into the construction and into the future. And so financing is also, I think, a key element. We see that it seems that there is a lot of wealth creation. You are probably in a very tender part of the market where it's still very informal, and so because of its informal situation, it leads to a lot of speculation around, because you are maybe at some point also lacking a little bit of data, so every stakeholders may come with their version of the story, with their version of the numbers, so that is profitable for some, but maybe a pain point for others. So that's, I think, a multiple environment and ecosystem that needs to be framed and developed.
Okay, for me, I think I would say sort of like a standardized and structured way to be able to, like, track property data across digital platforms. meaning that in other developed countries, you're able to find the history of a property dated back to like the 1990s. It's possible. So I would say like a structured way, which is what we're advocating for, where we're able to harness like, property data across various digital platforms, and also sort of like I would say more partnership with the government to be able to like, collaborate with them to have this data, to be able to have, play around with artificial intelligence and have like, predictive analysis around property pricing, to know where's demand coming from, where's the demand for a 2-bedroom apartment as compared to like a 3-bedroom apartment. So those are some of the things that I'll be looking towards.
Okay, for me, I would say from a policy standpoint, a government standpoint, adopting more green and sustainable strategies and interweaving that into urban development. This is something, we know climate change is here, so we have to adopt and address those kind of strategies. And also I would just say interweaving and a seamless sort of collaboration between all the different stakeholders in this sort of a large ecosystem.
So Dr. Olajide.
Well, I saw that when the last speaker was making his submission, I saw Engineer Koshegbe just nodding her head, because with Engineer Koshegbe we've been working on the green building initiative. So I think I should let you know that. So if you decide to build green in Lagos, you can get some incentives, when it comes to, the approval processes. So instead of paying the full price, we could ask you to pay like 50%, because there's no way to force people to actually build green. Having energy saving equipment in your house, not using up all the space, having some rooftop water gathering, so that's part of what Engineer Koshegbe, has been working on, and I think this is very good. But my own submission is a little bit different, which is in Lagos we have up to 5 million properties, and in the land registry we have less than 500,000 properties registered. That's less than 10%. For land use charge, we have about 804,000 properties, that we distribute bills for, for land use charge. Next year, we're going to try to register all unregistered land, and we're going to do this through an electronic platform. I believe this is going to be a game changer, in identifying the properties that we have. That's one.
That's a good one.
The second thing that I want to talk about is, the safety of lives and properties is something that is on the forefront of part of the things that we do, for Lagos State. So under my supervision, you have the Lagos State Building Control Agency, where, building insurance is something that we must take seriously. And just recently, the federal government this year has gazetted a new law, a compulsory insurance law for all residents to ensure that their landlords or they have homeowners insurance for their property. You can imagine you buy a property today and then tomorrow everything is falling apart. Even me personally, a property that I own, I was just informed yesterday that the entire POP fell down, which means there's a leakage coming from somewhere. Who's going to pay? I'm not at fault. It must be a leakage from the construction or maybe from the shower above. So an electronic platform is coming up in Lagos, where everyone must ensure that they go and select from the 10 insurance companies that will be provided, their insurance policy, which we'll call our Lagos homeowners policy. I think for us, this is something that is necessary and something that we must all embrace. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Olajide. That That's a very cogent point you made about insurance, right? And I think is fundamental. Either you are renting or you are owner, it is critical to have this home insurance in place. So thank you, everyone. Just to articulate what we have discussed for the panel. So stakeholders, government, private sector, investors, asset owners, renters, note the EGIS platform is available for you. The LASRERA platform is also available. You need to start to use this for any property related, any real estate transaction you want to use. And take note, the insurance, homeowners insurance is also coming up. Thank you, and note, one click for verification is here. Dr. Lajide will elaborate during the session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Dr. Lajide, Mr. Nivets, Mr. Isaiah, and Mr. Osegu. Thank you very much. Please put you together for a group photograph. I'd like to invite the SA Housing to please join them. SSA Housing, Prince Amadu, please join us as well for a group photograph. Please move forward. Please move forward. Thank you. Thank you. The SA will stand in between you, and the SSA will join her. Let me take a moment to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Agbola Dabiri. Honorable Agbola Dabiri was chairman of Surulere Local Government, and he was commissioner for youth in Lagos State, and also SA on the Central Business District to the governor of Lagos State. I acknowledge you, sir. I'm just recognizing you, sir. I apologize, sir. I'd also like to recognize the presence of a former member of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Kabir Olajide Caesar. You're welcome, sir. Thank you. All right, so you've listened to it. Technology all the way. Tech. Tech is very big in everything that we're doing, and you must embrace it. I particularly like the point where the essay to the governor on EGIS said, those who decide to go green in building will get incentives. So green building is incentivized because there's no way that you can force people to go green. So if you're thinking of how to reduce your building costs, going green is an option, because what you then get is incentives, because you're going to be helping to save the environment, and you know that climate change is big in Lagos State. Yeah. We're moving on very quickly. Next is now to have the essay to the governor on EGIS, Dr. Olajide, for his presentation. Please put your hands up him. And please pay attention very well. This is going to be useful to every one of us, especially those of us who are young. He's a tech bro for the purpose of this session. Thank you, sir.
So it's a very good morning to everyone in Lagos. You know, particularly my own dear sister, Barrister Barakat Bakari Odunuga, the special advisor to the governor on housing, ever articulate. I've also seen the permanent secretary, you know, in the crowd, Engineer Toriola. You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome everyone. Permit me to invite my team to the stage. So, Laulu, where are you? Laulu, bring the house numbers. So while I'm getting Laulu to bring the house numbers, I'm going to start with the first video. Victor, are you ready? Okay, Victor, please go ahead. So it's not so much about talk. You know, we just want to do some demonstration. You know, this is like content for us. You know, so I mean, I'm sure the whole world is watching. Barakat, I'm correct. The whole world is watching. Okay. Okay, Victor, please.
Lagos State, Africa's most populous city, and one of the world's fastest growing urban centers, faces complex challenges in managing physical development, land use, and infrastructure. Its rapid population growth, rising housing demand, and the need for transparent governance have created an urgent demand for smarter, more efficient planning processes. For decades, the process of urban planning and obtaining approvals has been a difficult, tortuous, and exhausting one. Each ministry, department, and agency with its own rules and moving at its own pace. Multiple agency clearance processes, endless paperwork, missing files, among several other undocumented requirements, trotting from one department to another, one agency to another, trying to fulfill these requirements. What should take a few days stretches into several months. Introducing EPPPS, the Electronic Physical Planning Process System. One portal, multiple agencies, seamless checks, transparent approvals, and verified tax receipts, all online and in real time. With EPPPS, every building professional is registered and onboarded on the system. Their activities tracked to ensure there is no compromise in the discharge of their duties. Every documentation is signed and sealed by professionals.
So please pay attention. This is an electronic platform. Isn't this beautiful? You know, without actually visiting any office, you can actually get your building approval electronically. So that cuts corruption, you know, time wasted to allow and a couple of other things that have been encountered today. So thanks to Mr. Governor, Mr. Deputy Governor, even Engineer Abiola Kosede that is sitting here. This is the Lagos Electronic Physical Planning Process System. It's a wonderful system that has been introduced under the Teams Plus agenda to ensure that we give quality service, you know, to the citizens, residents of Lagos State. Please give a round of applause to Mr. Governor. This has been a very long time coming, and I think it's a very, very beautiful thing. I told you that today is not just about talk. You understand? We want to see what has actually happened in Lagos. So, I mean, we can share with you other demonstrations. You know, you have Victor Akipelumi, who is the MD of Lagos Net, who can actually tell you more about this thing. They are available. And then that brings me to the house numbers. And, you know, as a demonstration, I would want the special advisor to please come out. You know, and you know, she should scan the QR code on our new Lagos digital addressing system. We are the first state in Nigeria, you know, to have what you call digital addressing system. This is a product of the mapping that was done under this current governor. You know, the first mapping that was done in 2009 was by Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat when he was Commissioner for Science and Tech. Today we are tasked with this responsibility of making sure that we have digital addressing. So instead of passing bills around, from the back end, we can actually put the bills. Do you understand? And you will see them when you scan the QR code. You know, this is a new Lagos. You know, we're trying to be smarter. And I'm sure that, I mean, now that she has scanned, she can show the people on the front table. Please show them. Just move closer. She'll show people on the front table and also gentlemen of the press. Do you understand what magic Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu is actually performing in Lagos? You know, Lagos is moving. It's another greater Lagos rising. You know, it's a state like no other state in Nigeria, and we're really proud of the work that we're doing together. You know, this is the Lagos digital addressing system. Every single property in Lagos, you understand, will have a plate like this. We started the pilot on Ikeja. Thanks to Laulu and the team, Streamline Technology, we're about finishing, you know, Ikeja, and from Ikeja we're moving to Etiosa, and from there we're moving to Agege local government. I mean, it's a project that we're proud of. It will help us with the issue of billing. So, you know, I talked about 804,000 bills that are being sent around every year for the land use tax. But now it's going to be automatic. We'll do it from the comfort of our office. Just the same way that you can go on our platform from the comfort of your office and get an approval. We can also put your bills and everything that concerns your house that should be in the public domain on our digital addressing system. Thank you very much. You know, and the next thing, I don't know whether Ronald is here. You know, I don't know whether we can also demonstrate to you, you know, the link between LASRERA and it's a good one. The EGIS platform. Sorry? Okay, so you're coming to do it. So ND is coming to do it. I'll just stand aside. So you know, before you leave, for those who want to, so if you leave it here for a minute, when I'm done, maybe you put it on the side so that you can show the people, let them scan and see how easy this is and see that it's not rocket science, but we have done it.
Just relax.
So I will stand aside when I give ND the mic.
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, everybody. What I'm about to show you is a very innovative way of verifying all building approvals. You heard SA said it this morning that right now in Lagos, it will be possible for you to verify all your building approvals. The reason for doing that is when you want to buy a property, it's going to be to avoid the problems that all of us are aware of. If you want to rent, so you don't lose your rental, the money that you've paid. And of course, if you also want to buy, you will be able to verify. So instead of coming to Alausa, you can now do this in your room or your bed. That is what will be possible, and that is through the effort of SA, EGIS, and in partnership with LASRERA. So this is the platform to allow you to validate all building approval. It's very simple. You don't need so much to be able to get this information. So when you go to the platform, you can scroll a little bit, please. So now what you just need to do is sign up. Once you sign up, the next thing is to put, so we verify this building approval in 3 different ways. Now, one is if you have the building approval number for that property, you can choose that option and put the number there. Once you put the number, the next thing is to tell you the status of the approval. Now, if you don't have the number, the next thing that you can do is to use the name of the person that got the approval. So, for example, if I'm trying to sell a property and I did not give you any document, you can use my name if you know my name. So, use that. That's the second option there. And then the last one, if you are dealing with a real estate company, you can use the name of the real estate company to do that search. So for guys, people here who might buy property tomorrow, this is what you can do to help you. Now let's put it into practice. Okay, so my technical team is so you see the process. I think the first one that popped up shows that the building does not have approval number. So we want to do two. So we've seen that one. So the next item will show us the one that has an approval number. So those two. Of course, this process attracts just a token, right? It will be the same thing if you walk into an office to do this. But you look at the time that you will spend, look at that money you eventually also spend. Which one is better? You just go to the platform and you save yourself the stress. So that's what we are providing for in partnership with EGIS office through Dr. Bajide and of course Madam Barakat, who have made this really work. So from next year, January, please, if you want to rent a house, if you want to buy a house, don't do that except you verified it so that you don't get into trouble.
So, Victor, can Victor come up? Of course, I want Ronald as well. Is Laulu here? I just want to show you some of Bakinson. Where is Bakinson? Dr. Bakinson, where are you? Where is Zainab? Okay. Simi Alunge, please come up. Who are we missing? Where is Laulu? I've seen Bakinson. I've not seen Laulu. You know, sometimes, you know, people just hear my voice. You know, they also see my face. But it's also good to know those who are behind the scene, who are making things work. Go to that sentence. You know, so I think now I've been able to arrange my own picture. Special advisor, please come and join us. I decided to do his job for him because I'm sure you don't know who to call. But when you look at what we have done, we have connected the electronic physical planning process system, which gives you approval, which allows you to do all the planning processes, you know, digitally. Connected it to the house numbers and connected the house numbers also to verifying property online. I think with this, you know, we want to say that we are proud of the work that we have done. And all we want is for you to join us with us to make Lagos continue to rise. Thank you very much.
All right. Everybody say GIS. Everybody say EGIS. Everybody say digitize it.
Digitize it.
Everybody say register online.
Register online.
No more corruption.
No more corruption.
No need for agents.
No need for
Just do it by yourself. Good job. Sorry, please, SSA, also, please join us. Prince Samadu, please join us. Please put your hands together for him. SSA. And the PS, please. The Permanent Secretary, please join us. The Permanent Secretary is not here. He's not here. Oh, no. Alright. So with LASRERA, it's nice and easy. You can do it from the comfort of your home. No need to be getting up to go to Alausa. Everything on your device. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Sir Dr. Olajide Babatunde, SA to the Governor on EGIS. Thank you for the work that you are doing. Congratulations. So everybody can scan that. Sir, so you are saying that if somebody wants to know the address of my house, Sir Olaji, are you saying that if they scan the address of my house, it will go online?
Yes.
What if I don't want them to know where I live? Oh, they need to get to my house to scan, alright. They must know my house to scan. And he said it is in Ikeja, they're going to Etiosa, and they're going to Agege very soon. So you could take some before they reach Surulere.
Yes.
Surulere is the last on the alphabetical order. So I'm always, oh no, it's Yaba actually. So Shomolu, Surulere, and Yaba. So I'm not in a hurry. Before they get there, I would have moved out. I'll move to, is there any place that starts with letter Z? I'll go to Zambia or Zimbabwe. All right, that's on the lighter note. We're taking it one step further, and very quickly, I'd like to invite the next panel. We're going to be looking at diaspora real estate investments in the Lekki corridor.